Most credit unions have 20,000 to 100,000 members. It's good to start with a very limited, small, but with high return on investment problems like lending. Credit unions are big in lending. There's so much to do in lending. Mortgage lending, you can automate a lot of that using computer vision. All of your paperwork from the borrowers come there, whether it's their W-2 forms, whether they're 1040s, they can pull out the AI systems, which are now products, can pull out all of those key values that you're looking for, the person's salary, the person's taxes, and so on. All of those can be pulled out and they can be reconciled with 100% or very close to 100% accuracy.
Where does all this fit in at the credit union? Because credit unions have a ton of data. So, and they're just getting going with AI and all this stuff.
I think two or three very important things. One, as you rightly said, they have tons of internal data. And they can create single source of truth about each person, each member much more easily than, let's say, a large bank. I mean, I'm not even talking about Bank of America or US Bank, even a second tier, which is 200 billion in assets. They have just too much data and it's too fragmented. So one thing which credit unions definitely have going for them is the data is reasonably sized that they can create single source of truth. They can manage it well. The second is they will need to learn to get the data about their members and others from external sources, like the web. I mean, it could be in their region, the housing market is not doing so well. So members who are related to housing market may lose their jobs or may not do that well. So those are the things that they will have to do. So there is a lot that credit unions can do and do it at a reasonably low price so that even if they fail very quickly and with a small amount of money. But there is a lot that credit unions can do which large banks cannot at this point of time because they have manageable data. And part of the whole issue in this business is managing your data assets. I mean, most credit unions have 20,000 to 100,000 members as opposed to members in the millions, 700, 800,000.
So what should they be doing? Any advice on what should they be doing to get started?
I think they should be looking at what would give them the best return on investment. Start small so that if you fail, it's not a big deal. There should be a buy-in from the board and from the CEO itself. Everyone should have a mindset that, look, we are, as a society, in the fourth industrial revolution, we are in a phase where we have to do some experiments and not all will succeed. And that is a mindset change, pretty much, I would say, not only credit unions, everyone should have. Same time, they should not be saying, look, I mean, this Mr. and Mrs. Jones next door mentality that this credit union is doing so well and doing so much, I should be doing, because they may not have the wherewithal, it may not be required and so on. It's good to start with a very limited, small, but with high return on investment problems like lending. Credit unions are big in lending. There's so much to do in lending. Mortgage lending, you can automate a lot of that using computer vision. All of your paperwork from the borrowers come there, whether it's their W-2 forms, whether they're 1040s, they can pull out the AI systems, which are now products, can pull out all of those key values that you're looking for, the person's salary, the person's taxes, and so on, can read and pull out all the key values from bank statements. All of those can be pulled out and they can be reconciled with 100% or very close to 100% accuracy. So, and these things, they don't have to do internally. A lot of my advice would be try and look around. Of course, you will find everyone saying we do AI and we have this, and we have that. So that is where I think a lot of the diligence will go. But that is where I think you don't have to spend your money, because if the vendor is not able to provide, a third party is not able to provide what he or she is claiming to, you just lost a few $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 max for 6 months. But then you know how you learn for the next round.
I heard collaboration is a key as well.
Absolutely.
Say, hey, go to your neighbor credit union. Hey, how are you guys doing? Or a peer credit union.
Or you just collaborate with them, like COBOL. I mean, ATMs that credit unions have, they run on COBOL programming. And COBOL programming is, I mean, something which is a ticking time bomb.
That's some old stuff there.
Old stuff there where people who actually program these are now retired. Many of them, unfortunately, some of them passed away. So I think they can actually join hands, because most of these credit unions don't compete with each other. American Airlines credit union is not going to compete with Boeing.
No.
Exactly.
No, they don't need to.
Exactly.